and coming up. Indie Left coming up. Odyssey, where you at? What do we think? What do we see? What do we know? What do we do? Yes, I know. We can start. Hopefully, you guys are hearing out there.
Dreamland?
Dreamland.
Dreamland.
Dream. That's recorded forever.
No. We're on the internet?
You ready?
Yeah. For sure.
Because we're live.
Are we?
Yeah, we're kind of already live. So.
Okay.
What's up? Hi, everybody, for whoever is here. Hi.
Hey, everyone.
That's not just brief. So it was a long day for Indie News Network and Indie Left.news. An excellent day, an exciting day. Wow, overwhelmed. So much great content. So many amazing people came out today and in support of the student debt boycott. And so proud of Lucy and all the people who appeared today, gave their time. Some people at short notice. It was awesome. Just wow.
Yeah. I mean,
and
the last panel was nutty. I mean, all the panels were great. One of my favorites was the one with Angel and Radicaletta's Agenda. I thought her story was interesting as she went outside the country, to get her school and stuff. It was very good.
Yeah. When she told me that, actually, I was, wow, that's a really interesting angle. Like, school outside the country. We don't have anybody who had done that. That sounded interesting. And when I mentioned it to Lucy, she's like, yeah, if she wants to do it, by all means. We only really started planning this thing about a month ago when Lucy first started mentioning that she wanted to do something like this. Then the General Strike Summit happened, and then we were off to the races. Starting, she was really planning this right till last week. She's done a just tremendous job. We were there to all support her and back her up, get her what she needed. Put on an amazing production today. So kudos to Lucy, Blue Moon Red Wine. Subscribe to her channel, to all the Indie News Network channel. Colin, who was on an earlier panel, Millennial Splaining. Tara Reid, who killed it today, and Tatami, who finally made it onto an Indie News Network stream. So happy to see that. I think she might have been on the first one, actually. She was on the first call, but so happy to see Tatami out there. She brought it. And yeah, everybody outside Revolutionary Blackout just killing it with JB and Sabby and Nick. Thank you so much for being part of this. Really appreciate it. Appreciate the solidarity and collaboration. It's exactly what we want to be doing. That's great stuff. But we're here to do a show and not just say thank you to everyone, though that's really important. You know what? I have one other thing that I did not bring up. That was Brief Flight. Set up while I on. Brief can talk a little bit about what he went through today.
Yeah, I mean, just mainly helping with that stream, team viewing in to Lucy in case she needed stuff, and did all that. Got 5 rounds in on the heavy bag. Tried to give myself a heart attack. So yeah, I'm looking for there we go. if people could see my OBS and just look at all the things and all the scenes, and you got to click one to be able to turn on just my name, you know.
And
So
is that a rice cooker behind you now? What's that
no,
white
it
thing?
is not. It's a ultrasonic cleaner,
Ah,
which is
very
even
good.
weirder than a rice cooker back there. It does look like a rice cooker now though. But yeah, you know, my knives are getting a little like sand and stuff and all the things. So I was like, all right, let me clean those out. So,
Sure. Okay, I'm ready to
but
do the thing. Welcome
good
everybody to
thing.
How Do We Miss That? How Do We Miss That as a
Welcome.
show? Yeah, thank you. How Do We Miss That as a show airing on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and Odyssey every Saturday night at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, reviewing a few big stories we hadn't seen covered much in leftist independent media. Co-hosted by me, Indy, and this guy, Reef, who's I'm the founder and editor of Independent Left News, Leftist Today, and co-host of this show. And Reef Freeland, guy next to me, creator of the Jimmy Dore Discord, unofficial, and host of the new show Reefer After Dark. It's not even so new. We're still 4 episodes in already. Got to change.
Yep.
All the stories are featured in our Substack, Leftist Today,
Go
at
ahead.
the top of Independent Left. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, Misty, I almost said Mindy. Misty was supposed to be here last Friday, which we will talk about why she wasn't able to attend because these stories that we probably have something on,
Yeah, maybe
with the whole
something.
Assange trial and stuff like that. But
Yep. Yep.
she essentially was streaming from 5 o'clock that morning, and my show is just about getting high on camera usually, so uh, you know, I figured that I might as well just let her sleep in, you know.
Sleep in.
But
Get some sleep. My God, she had a
yeah, exactly.
15-hour grueling day fighting everybody. I mean,
So yeah, that'll
uh,
be we rescheduled to hopefully Monday at 10.
nice.
So stay tuned for
So,
that.
IndependentLeft.news, IndependentLeft.gg, which is our Discord, and Leftist.today are your number one source for left leaning political news, videos, podcasts, articles, insight, and opinion, showcasing left leaning independent media free from advertiser influence. And proud member of the Indie News Network. Get hashtag get in, but also go to indienews.network so you can find all the Indie News Network channels. Subscribe. Wanted to give a shout out also to our patrons and Kofi supporters, Eric over at Kofi, and Richard, our newest patron, Nikki, Radical Leftist Agenda, who you saw today on the stream, and Les Bones,
Yep.
who was modding over on Twitch, and Noli D, who I know was checking in at on one of the streams on one of the channels because this did co-stream everywhere. We've also got Richard M, who was the OG original patron, and Lady Dragonfly Robin During, who does amazing artwork, and check her out.
Nice.
And then, of course, thanks to the volunteers, Nicole and Darlene that do all the posting on social media, and Warren for clipping the videos. Um, Special shout out again this week to Chris at Uncensored News. Check out uncensorednews.us. He's also doing a lot of news aggregation and content aggregating, and now he's focusing on video, trying to help us out. And saying hi to Nay at Nay's Garden. Nay's hilarious. He's a little salty. If you want to get yelled at a little bit in the morning, have some breakfast, some weed, and some crypto, Nay's the guy to hang out with. So having a good time over there. And of course, again, shout out to INN for all they did today. And check out the podcast, which I think is still up to date. So, let's go to our first
Indie Main. You got to
Indie
share it with me
Main.
on Discord too.
Do I? Oh, I guess.
Yep. And you got to make sure Zoom audio is on so I'm pumped through.
That was good.
Yep. Cool. Perfect. No, I'm just saying, like, for a stream to be able to hear me.
I'm seeing you pumping. If
Cool.
they can't see Reef, they'd be telling me. I don't see anybody telling me. Mix. Mix, thanks on gives me congrats on Wrecking Prop. I don't know what you're talking about. We're all friends here.
Who?
What who? I don't know. Anyway, so and now I
Popo,
just
get your nut spot.
threw this over
Popo, get your nut spot.
on my little nose.
Good girl, Popo.
Nice.
Oh.
This is the current independent left.news. You can see there's an article from our friend over at Indie News Network, The Dissident, one of the members channels over there. How Blue Anon manufactured the consent for Assange's arrest. Awesome. Okay. I don't even know what's here. I hadn't even been just to curate it yet. We've got a convo clip. We have Taylor Hudak giving her Assange update on what happened yesterday with the Assange trial.
Yep.
Why credit scores are a scam from the Gravel Institute. That's a new one, I'm guessing. And again, there are dozens of articles that you can find down here from Truth Out, Left Voice, Common Dream, and Greenwald. Actually, this is kind of the article we were going to talk about today.
Mm.
Got Rumble article, Rumble videos are being picked up there as well, which is really cool. And it picks up Odyssey, and it goes and goes and goes. And I want to give a shout out, of course, to the Substack Leftist.today. You can see this from yesterday. We did not publish one today. It's been a little crazy running that kind of stream. So
Hey,
we're
look at
probably not
that
going to
one.
have one today. What's that? Hey, look at
That one
that.
seems real interesting. Look at that.
Hey, check that
Now
out.
with clips, everybody.
Hey.
Embedding works on that. Click that button. Make sure embedding works.
You wouldn't see it if embedding didn't work.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how I know sometimes.
And there's another clip in that thread. Interesting. On the more videos. That's cool.
Yeah, there is. Yep.
Is that Joe Rogan?
Oh, Rogan?
Man, crazy. Research
Wow.
Doc doing it up with the guests.
Wow.
One day.
This was the clip actually from last week about why Assange should be pardoned.
Yeah.
That Richard had done, and actually yesterday I saw that he had done a stream with David Mendoza, the subject of this situation that where there was an extradition. The U.S. had made guarantees about where he could serve his prison sentence, and then reneged on all those and dragged their feet and made it where he couldn't live his life in Spain for 15 years. I think close to 15 years before he got the ability to serve where he was originally supposed to, and then they wouldn't give him time served. It's a mess. So we've got this one, Common Dreams. This is again the most recent Indie Left.news, and now we set it up so that it's an infinite scroll, so you could just keep scrolling and go to the previous edition and the previous edition, etc.
Nice.
Pretty cool. So much happening, and again, of course, all the different ways that you can find connect and support Indie Left.news. Cool. Buy some coffee. We definitely need some. Really need some tonight. Don't have one sitting next to me. What a mistake. Big foul.
No?
No,
You
it's
don't
a
have
big
like a
foul
coffee
tonight.
robot? They just bring it to you?
No, I should have Nightbot CoffeeBot. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mix is here on Twitch as well. Thank you. We've got E Heller in
What
the
you
house.
should do is call Starbucks and tell them to come in to the back door.
Eric Thomas, there you are. Thank you. Thanks so much for your support always. Darlene, welcome. Hey, there's a guy
Go
named
get that
Reese in the
Union
chat too.
Starbucks.
Yeah,
Hey, that's in there.
okay, so let's go diddly do it for our friend Mr. Editing Warren. Switch over. This is a really crazy article. I know I didn't see anybody else talking about this. It's pretty funny because somebody
Nice.
saw me post this. All right. It
Yeah.
was like New Orleans has a trash problem. Wait a minute. Are we talking about the people?
You just find about this now? Like yeah.
Are we talking about the people? I was like, oh, come on, man. I love that town. That is one of my favorite cities in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And they've had it rough. But so this is the trash parade that was held by residents. Okay, on September 18th, And it's unbelievable that thanks to climate change, your city probably will too. And it's talking about how infrequently they stop, how infrequently they're picking up the garbage.
Mm.
Parts of the city went weeks without garbage collection in the aftermath of the storm, leaving food wet, debris to rot, heat, attracting swarms of disease carrying insects, vermin. I mean, it's unreal. Okay. Alexander Wallace said the last time his trash was picked up before the storm was August 19th, 10 days before Ida hit. It wasn't picked up again until September 29th, a month after the hurricane. Okay, and that was one of the last in the city to have its trash all the way. So again, that was one of the more extreme cases, but the scent in the air, the maggots, the clouds of flies, that's nasty. Okay. Between September and October, non-emergency service received over 5,000 calls to report missed trash pickups. There's a reference there. Seventh Ward, okay, which is pretty well known. Okay, representing the most calls, and of course they're the ones that are the least funded. It's on week 7 without a trash pickup. Uh, so that's what we're dealing with here. You're muted, by the way.
I was saying that other ward got isn't there anymore. Doesn't exist.
Yeah, what you mean
So
the lower ninth?
yeah, that
Yeah.
one's gone. So
So
interesting. Like I've got when we first got this house, it was in foreclosure, whatever, when we bought it, right? And it was completely fucked up. And at one point, the county I live in like wasn't allowing trash pickup, right? And the people who lived here decided that they were just going to right out the back door where they had like three infants in like a utility room, right? They were with the like crack of like under the door about 2 inches. Right outside that door, they just started stacking up. They put like some like wood up to like in some trees to like block it off a little, and they just started like putting all their trash out there, right? So when we fucking went to the house, we had to go through all that fucking trash and bag it up and fucking. It was disgusting.
wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, well, this whole thing is
So.
gross, but Louisiana is no stranger to storm cleanup, right? A parade of
Yep.
sanitation workers mobilized to, essentially that they know how to clean up and they know how to
Yeah.
collect trash. So what's going on here? All right, and one of Mayor Latoya Cantrell's short-term solutions was to open up a drop-off site in the neighborhood to allow residents to dispose of bagged household garbage, which is crazy. And the reason why
Yeah.
here, the idea that it is appropriate in any capacity to ask people to take biohazard into their vehicles was unfathomable, and there's a reason why in garbage trucks the people who are driving are separated from the toxicity of the contents in their truck. Dangerous,
Yep.
right?
I remember having to do that in Live Oak. We'd have to take trash up to the trash place.
So again, I encourage people to go through and read this article in full. It is pretty extensive, and it talks about how much we produce trash wise compared to everybody else. So we are certainly responsible for that. I know I got 3 kids. We're taking out the trash and we fill up a full size kitchen trash bag every day. And there are families I know that have 3 and 4 kids that fill it up twice a day. And our garbage gets collected twice a week. Thankfully, it's something that we probably take for granted. How frequently, and I think we might even be able to get away with a kickback to once a week if they ever needed to cut some kind of cost somewhere. But it definitely prevents animals, smells, etc. for anyone that keeps their trash outside. Um, Plus, we have a pretty large town, so anyway, getting back to New Orleans, as one crisis looms, other disasters come daily for the people responsible for moving their trash. Sanitation workers, underpaid, overworked, face safe working conditions, right?
Yep.
And I remember we covered their strike, that they were doing a strike, that they were having to work 4 hours for lower pay or reduced overtime. It was that these guys were getting raked over the coals. So that's
Yep.
strike ended abruptly in September 2020. A year later, they returned to the job. Quite few structural changes, less than $1 increase. Right. So living in a city with crumbling infrastructure, a history rampant of rampant political corruption, and a police force so abusive that they were put under a federal consent decree. Many New Orleanians are accustomed to relying on themselves and their neighbors after crises. After Ida, mutual aid groups stepped up to distribute food, water, ice, their vital supplies, right?
Yep.
But good Samaritans were taking trash and bits and bobs to the dump for for our neighborhood. Getting trash out of your living space, pretty much an basic element of life, right? So when that collapses, it's a signal to the people in your neighborhood you don't matter, no one cares. The little kids growing up, they're seeing that they've basically just been abandoned to literally trash.
Yeah, didn't New York have this problem too? Up like got pretty bad, right?
I think it did at one point.
Like,
Yeah, I seen that.
yeah.
Okay, you've
Yeah, I
got
mean this is
here.
the thing with it's such a like New Orleans is such a massive city. It's also hot. It's ridiculous.
Oh
Like it's
yeah.
just a concrete oven. And like, you know, I could only like a trash sitting in the seventh ward forever would just be soup. It's not like it'd be awful, you know?
Well, they said they haven't even announced yet when regular twice weekly pickup will return of recycling
Yeah.
or recycling collection. Right. They did
Yep.
announce plans to increase funding for sanitation, boosting it by about $3 million. I don't think $3 million is going to cover what it's going to cost to go back to twice a day, twice a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh, right. Yeah. There was like a weight coming off that's so horrible, so horrible for this person. And warmer ocean temperatures, higher sea levels cause more will end up causing more severe hurricanes. And unless we have some abatement strategies, will likely need to be prepared for future superstorms. Be ready to clean up the trash.
Well, and how long before you had to just abandon New Orleans completely, you know?
Like, if we set up the right structures, the answer is we probably don't. But we don't do
Yeah,
what it's
but you'd have to it's
required.
massive when the
I
oceans
know
start
it's built
like
in a
look, you're
soup bowl. I get
yeah.
it. I get
Yeah.
it.
Those levees are still only rated for a class 3. So, you know. Ugh.
Uh,
But
and
anyway,
more good news. uh,
I know, right? I mean, NOLA too. I'm sure that'll be nice. We'll just move it upriver a little bit,
ah, was
you
that?
know.
Oh,
Mm.
okay, the wrong button. Okay, let's check out some of the chat. So, hey, KRTD Shane, how you doing, man?
What's that mean?
E. Heller trying to help Keebler and Famous Amos from being lumped in with Kellogg's boycott, but people keep sharing an old graphic. Those brands were sold to Ferrara. Oh, that's really funny. Sal Ferrara. Yeah, they
Mm.
make lemon heads. They make Boston baked beans. They make jawbreakers. I actually used to work for the candy company that made a lot of the candy for Ferrara. It's kind of funny. Or they were the
Yep.
distributor, one of the distributors. My mom worked there for years, and that's like just crazy.
Oh, I should put
Oh,
the that article in. Hold on.
lemon heads. Oh yeah,
No, I already
popular.
did.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you
I'm already
dropped
on
that
it.
in there. That
I'm already on it. Already doing stuff.
beautiful stuff. Oh, I probably need to change the screen. Sure. So we've got next more evidence of workers at the breaking point.
if everyone can open their books to chapter 15, verse
Hmm?
2, once I put it in. Um,
What?
no, that's just the title. I'm dumb.
Great.
I have to
Australia.
actually grab.
Sydney bus drivers strike over pay and conditions, but it's only a 24-hour strike in a couple of different
Just
regions. But up to 1,200 workers will be involved in the industrial action. So that was last week on December 5th.
what's up, Fanto?
Previously
Fanto's
on
here.
Ice Bento, killing it today. Previously on November 22nd, drivers refused to switch on their Opal card readers. The contactless fare collection system,
Hmm.
okay, used across, and their employers was threatened by responded by threatening to dock them by 31.5% shifts, which they didn't accept payment.
Damn, that's a move.
Right? Strikes are significant in a sector where the trade unions, along with the anti-worker NSW Industrial Work Relations Commission, have largely maintained tight controls on industrial action against both the state, liberal national government, and the private company employers. Again, this was written by Martin Scott, World Social website, one of the good ones, um, one of their better writers for sure. Just Coca-Cola bottlers are on strike as well. There's several different strikes across the country.
Yep.
This one's happening in Australia, and that's the point is that it's bleeding worldwide. Heard of stuff happening in Germany and everywhere else. Difference is they've all got health care. They can strike.
Nice.
It's a lot more of a risk because now here your employer cuts your health care while you're striking on top of the fact you strike.
Yeah. So just don't get sick and while you're on strike.
But one
Just
day
don't do that.
strikes, one day strikes are affected. These wildcat strikes, they are
Yeah.
impacting them. Okay. September snap bus strike over safety concerns shut down within 24 hours by the transport workers union. We definitely covered that one, right? But the union made no attempt to broaden the strike beyond Smithfield, didn't demand the testing be implemented at the other 5 depots operated by the company. Weird, right?
Yep.
So the fact that two unions now feel compelled to carry out the 2 24-hour strikes is a reflection of mounting anger toward the deepening assault on jobs and conditions as the city's bus service approaches full privatization. And it talks a little bit
I mean,
about cities. God,
if you did multiple days over like, you know, like consistently, where you were just like, okay, like how much is that, like turning off those readers? How much does that hurt the company? You know,
oh, apparently
like
31.5%, or at least that's what
okay,
they want to dock the workers, which is probably
right.
you know 3 times what they're actually getting hit by, and why not profit off
Mm.
this too?
And this is in
So
Australia, right? So that
this is in Australia.
could there theoretically be like what are those called? The parallel strikes or whatever. The um,
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking
solidarity
about?
solidarity strike.
Solidarity
There could
strikes.
be
Yeah,
theory.
yeah. I thought they had healthcare. How is it tied to their job here?
Um,
Or is that for the Coca-Cola one?
the Coca-Cola one, and
Okay,
anywhere in the United States, but this is again in Australia. So they are
gotcha.
also city workers in some way, even though there's partial privatization. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but they work for
Yeah,
this RTVU and Transit Workers Union, which are only seeking a meager two
gotcha.
and a half percent wage increase, less than the
Hmm.
CPI. Okay, and far short of the
Yep.
rapidly increasing cost of living in Sydney, where housing increases have increased by more than 25%. And if you
CI, yeah,
expect
CPI is inflation. CP something, right?
consumer price
I forget
index,
what it is. Consumer price index. Jesus, I
right?
can't
It's
read.
the overall
What is going on with me?
aggregate of like how much things cost.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Same job, same
compounding the
pay.
divisive effect of the two-tier system, and that's what a lot of workers here. I mean, that's what the Kellogg's workers were fighting about was two-tier system, which was that
Yeah.
you needed to achieve a certain amount of seniority in order to be able to get to a certain other level of pay for doing the
Pay.
exact same job.
Mm-hmm.
When the
Yep.
same job should pay the same. So, the
I think we're talking
TWU,
about
again, this
seniority
gets
stuff with the
right, kind of
Starbucks union as well.
granular and regional. And again, if you're really interested in reading about this, please go to World Social website. I know Reef dropped it in chat,
Yep.
but award split shift, by under that award split shifts can span slightly less than 12 hours with a maximum shift portion of 5 hours. Straight shifts are limited to 9 duty hours with a meal break. I mean,
Mm.
you're driving. I mean, you got people's lives at risk when you're doing that. So I would hope you would want to take a little bit of care.
Yep. Oh, that's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just I'm trying to get you to put that in description, but you
I
might have
got.
missed the.
I'll do that
Yeah.
later. We'll watch it first. Um.
Yep.
So what do we hear? You cannot have two bus drivers in the same yard driving the same bus on the same route under different rates of different pay and conditions. That's unacceptable. That's
For
exactly the
sure.
crux of what I was trying to say there. Right.
Yep.
So, in fact, that is precisely the situation both unions have enforced in Region 6 since it was privatized in 2018. So, this is what they're trying to fight against and what they're trying to correct. Because just because you've been doing it longer doesn't mean that if you're doing the same job as someone who does
Well,
it,
especially when there's already categorized by route and whatever. You know, like if they have the harder route, they should probably be paid more and just pay both, like whoever works that route, the same.
well, and there's
You
something to
know,
be
if
said
one
for
person
skill, though.
deserves a raise, yeah,
There's
yeah,
something
yeah,
to be
yeah, yeah,
said
yeah,
for
yeah,
skill and knowledge
for
and
sure.
experience, but assuming all other things relatively equal.
Well, versus like what's happening in like the Starbucks thing, where it's like people who've been working the same job for like 9 years who haven't seen any increase in pay from being seniority. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know, that's frustrating for them,
Yeah.
but they also just need to be paid more anyway. So, but yeah,
Every, everyone kind of needs to be paid.
oh, it's like almost a no-brainer at this point.
So, like the
But
unions, Labor Party has publicly postured as a critic of the privatization of cities' buses. Okay, however, in reality, the wave of bus privatization was set off by the Unsworth Review commissioned by Carr Labor State Government in 2004. Again, this
hmm,
not really up on Australia deep politics, but more about the fact that their their bus drivers were doing a 1 day strike over pay and conditions after we
yeah.
saw that there was already a transport worker strike a couple of months.
So,
So
do you
this is
think
still
that this
continuing.
might be Solidarity Strike itself, just not mentioned as one
Well,
for the transport workers
maybe, but they have their own um issues that they're trying to get
to get
through.
to?
Sure,
Yeah,
which is again pay and conditions. Doesn't say anything about solidarity with anybody else, although I'm sure they do stand in
yeah,
solidarity with workers
probably.
um and fellow union members. Um, I don't know if that's necessarily what's behind this. Although again, they just turned it off. Contact fair. So everyone was
Okay,
riding the bus for free.
nice. Yeah, I mean that's to me that's a smart move. It's like it would just be that it seems like I don't know if they're
Yeah.
gonna like dock your pay for all that nonsense and then who knows,
Yeah.
but for like one day, you
Well, I
know,
guess what they're saying is that the um Opal card readers, the contactless, represent 31.5% of the amount of transactions, essentially,
Per
or
day,
number of
or
fares that are paid, which is
yeah,
why they would dock these drivers by that amount, so they don't lose any money necessarily.
yeah, yep.
All right, I ain't turning them on. Solidarity with those workers, as solidarity with all workers that are not.
Yep.
Uh, here. This is a really interesting story. And we ended up right in the middle of it.
Did we?
What kind? Ah, where's righty? Righty. I'm going to do this in a private window so that you don't my DM. But something
Okay.
happened on Twitter this week related to the Epstein Maxwell trial.
I see nothing, FYI.
You're kidding.
Well, on Discord.
Oh, yeah, because I was sharing it.
Yep.
You.
Yeah.
Now that is already going down a rabbit hole that I didn't get. Let's start with that.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
I wake up on Wednesday morning, and I've been
Yeah.
following the trial, and I've been following this Substack, patriot1.substack.com, which has been
Right.
tweeting out and following and tracking the account. So I got this
Okay.
email this morning and screen capped it and tweeted it out, and it started to get attention. Because this account that had over 500,000 followers got suspended, and they're claiming that it was complete bullshit. And going forward, we're going to report the trial. Big tech has got powerful. Okay, these people wanted to hear the truth about the trial, and we were being censored by Twitter. Okay, so I shared this and I screen capped it. Said that the only thing he's asking is that he has a Gab account, so if you did want to follow, good there, and also support news Substack. Which, okay, I get it, right? So the only way for us to stay independent, provided coverage, support, right? So I'm like,
Yep.
all right. So I screen capped that. Like, for all who didn't know that Maxwell trial tracker Twitter got suspended, kind of reporting. Again, I was following it myself. It was fascinating, some of the stuff that they were tweeting out, the pictures, some
Yep.
of the backstory and the context that they were providing.
I was definitely liking and retweeting all their stuff. So.
Right. So then I also noticed that they took down and they mentioned that they were also running the Nancy Pelosi portfolio tracker for no
And
other
it got
reason other
suspended
than they
too.
operated from the same, I believe,
Yep.
IP address. That also got. So I mentioned that you can subscribe to the Substack here. And then somebody posted something here that got deleted. And I got a bunch of replies to this, as you can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
476 retweets is
yeah, I had to turn off
ridiculous. Also,
like alerts.
for everyone at home, RTing takes you literally a second longer to like. Just hit that other button. It's literally it's a centimeter away.
But it
Just
does so
press
much
that other
more.
one.
It's so
It
much
does
more
so
valuable.
much more.
The algorithm
Like,
likes a retweet a lot more than it likes a like.
just you get that muscle memory of just hitting both.
Keep that in mind.
Right? Just clicking both those buttons.
Like and retweet. So
Yep.
I get some heat and I'm starting to do some research and some digging. And this person says phony. Okay, so another account had popped up. Oh, that's what had happened. I got tagged in this.
Oh, a
That said,
copycat.
that said,
Yeah.
"We're back, baby," and it tagged me and some other people because we had shared and had tried to amplify that, and that ended up getting deleted or taken down. It may have even been by this person, but then they said, then it turns out that was a phony account. They were all phony, and that they would alert followers only when the newsletter, when new accounts were made or if they got suspended.
Yep.
So again, I go down a couple of rabbit holes, and before I show you that, these are what some of the replies said. Replies, no, I'm not. This one really caught my eye, and I'm like, wait, what is this? Well, it was some doofus not at the trials trying to shill his paid Substack and then tweeting absolute bullshit. As you can imagine, a lot of the 500,000 followers were bots, which I'm not sure about. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. That's probably why I got suspended. Also, they're covering that for Barstool, which is also
Okay.
so
Sure.
200,000 followers day one, but it was for the Maxwell trial. Of course, it was going to get a ton of likes, retweets,
Kind of likes. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they were posting content about it, like,
So
you know.
most people were getting angry about their exactly that it got turned off censorship, and this is bull. Here, that's
Yeah.
not shady. Sharing fact. Okay, read the Substack. It's not. There are facts in there. They are listing facts. However, it is interesting to consider and to look at everything. We even got retweeted by Shahid Buttar, our friend
Nice.
Shahid.
Shahid.
Would love to have him take down Nancy Pelosi. Right? Woke up to
Can't
that
believe it's
email.
not butter.
Save these. And somebody says join Mastodon. And here was another tracker that popped up that ended up getting nuked. Some people think good, good, right? Like I don't want to ever cheer
Yeah.
on censorship. Um,
Yeah.
so now this is what really started to ask get me to ask more questions. Again, they had the
Sure.
QAnon thing. Then they had this other fluorescent person, which I thought was really interesting. But this, as it turns out, Tracker Trial wasn't always named Tracker Trial. Back in 2020, it was named Herman Hughes 69 and used a stolen profile pic. Okay, this sounds like bot factory type of or sock account type of type of activity, right?
Yeah, I mean, or it's just a guy who named it weird and then wanted to track, you know, the gorillas over at Wall Street Bets, and then decided that, the Maxwell trial is more important, you know, and
Again, so
aggregated stuff on that.
basically, but this is the same Twitter account because it's looking at the data ID.
Sure.
Okay, and then it became Wall Street Bets Monitor.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to seize on whatever's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, be wary of breaking news style Twitter accounts that position themselves as sources of news. Oh, looks like they already got a ban evasion account waiting in the wings. Right, despite their assertion that the mainstream media isn't covering it, the operator of the account accused appears to be plagiarizing content from mainstream media. No, they're not. They're How are they plagiarizing any of that? They're putting the screen cap of the headline
Yeah.
themselves. So how is that
Yeah.
plagiarizing? I don't see that as plagiarizing.
No, I mean, it's, yeah, I mean,
Right. They screen capped it. They're not plagiarizing that. That's screen capping. Like, no. Sorry, that's not plagiarism. Right. So I'm like going through all this. I'm like, wait a minute. Now an additional account, AOC Tracker, has sprung up and is promoting the same Substack newsletter as Tracker Trial. The verbiage about their accounts being at risk is remarkably similar. That also is a red flag. So this seems to be some type of a farm of some kind, right? and their account coverage of the trial is off the rollicking start. They blatant lie about why there are no cameras. And again, that's not a lie, right? It's saying it isn't because powerful. That isn't snarky. That's a fact.
Yeah.
If you read it to be snarky, that's for you. But they're stating a fact. Okay. And then this
Yeah.
account, formerly known as Trial Key Lane, has deleted its Maxwell related tweets and renamed itself Fiat Destroyer, which also was suspended. That was back on December 6th. Nope, looks like they got a ban evasion account, right? Like, it's just weird. Okay, so then the Maxwell trial tracker was just going to be Fiat Destroyer and be a crypto account
Mm.
after it got
Yeah.
suspended. That's kind of shady. Using the same account that was already suspended. And here, look, the graphic is already renamed, but oops, they left the image with Lane's thing. But you can be sure that's going to end up getting replaced with a crypto thing. That's one of the ways, I guess, that they're trying to evade and get restored so they can come back and do this for a few days. And then they'll get caught again, and then they'll change it. Be like, what do you mean? We're a Fiat destroyer. You know?
Mm. Yeah.
So, right, this thread is drawing a lot of garbage replies, but you can't mutually interacting accounts seem to apply. Operating multiple accounts with overlapping use cases, such as identical or similar personas, substantially similar content, or coordination. These are the rules. These are the TOS. They can shut you down for that. So
Yep.
I thought that was really interesting stuff. I did see somewhere somebody was saying something about Mike Cernovich and this being kind of right wing QAnon stuff. I thought maybe it was this guy. Uh, Here, QAnon dog whistling account, the trial tracker. Some QAnon pastor said Trump is about to pardon Snowden. Does the celeb left post that? I don't remember that. Interesting. So again, it's the fact that we went kind of viral on this is why I wanted to free
Mm.
Julian Assange. By the way, free Julian Assange. What a fucking horrible thing that happened this week to him. I don't know why that shit popped up there. Um, Wait, what?
What? What happened? Yeah, I'm looking at your screen. Yeah, the stroke in Belmarsh.
Had you heard about this?
Yeah, it was essentially it happened before. Like I don't think it was that day or like that morning, right? But it got released that morning or whatever from Stella. Stella essentially said that I think it happened like close to when that trial was happening, when the appeal was happening, but I don't know the exact. I want to say like 10 days, but
I did not that. I just
yeah, they kept it. I mean, I hope like it sucks, and I definitely get him the fuck out of there like now. But you know, um,
wow.
yeah, I mean,
Wow.
yep. So, but yeah, that was all over Twitter today. So
Well, I was locked up. The
doing stuff.
thing I did. Wow.
Yep. Yep. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's I talked to my cousin today about it, who usually doesn't follow stuff, and I was like explaining him what was going on, and they're pretty much going to keep him for another, and he was just like, yeah, they're torturing him. Like I didn't even say that that was what it was, and he was like, yeah, that's torture, like I'm like, yep,
No,
exactly,
Valerie, it's not that my audio is spotty. It's just that I don't even know how to respond. This happened last week too when we were talking about the Michigan shooting story. But wow.
yeah.
Okay, I'm ready to do the next one.
All right,
Sorry
yep,
about that. Yeah, I got.
I'm down.
I'm back. I'm down. More poisoning. Beautiful stuff. Benton Harbor, Michigan, for the same toxic politics, and it's around poison water taps. Yay! Until September, the city pursued 2 decades-long plan to replace the disintegrating lead pipe infrastructure responsible for the contamination, drinking to 5 years that month and 18 months following Whitmer's emergency declaration expedition. And to this day, the city's only replaced a few hundred of the thousands of lead pipes in the city-owned plumbing system. It's yeah.
Yeah, we're Flishigan, Michigan, terrible. I said Flishigan,
Yes, you did
as
say
in
Flushigan.
Flint, Michigan.
Flint, Michigan.
Um,
Flushigan. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Unreal. Right. So concretely, the bidding process has begun. Right. But there are no plans to address the widespread existence of lead piping in home plumbing, which caused some homes to test as high as 800 parts per billion.
parts per billion. Yeah,
I think that like 0 is what's acceptable, but general contamination level is 22, which is still above
yeah,
15, which is federal action level.
yeah.
800. Wow.
Crazy.
Yep. Committee received 11,000 pages of okay, the Michigan Senate Oversight Committee received 11,000 pages of internal document from the Great Lakes and Energy Department, Department of the Environment, including emails and accompanying letter. A bunch of these text documents contain back and forth finger pointing between city and state officials, with scientific discussion and organized planning for response efforts pushed aside. So again, don't want to fix the problem, just who's responsible,
Yep.
and get rid of them.
Crazy.
But still, nobody wants to fix it. And meanwhile, they're all drinking, they're all showering contaminated. Significant communication over the past 3 years, many residents continue to drink and use lead contaminated water. Off. Usage
Yeah, I
continued
mean,
up. Go ahead.
oh, I was just saying, yeah, the bottled water. Like I'm sure, Nestle is gonna love that. So, you know, uh,
Regularly, freely distributed now, but the distribution sites are overwhelmed. Could you imagine waiting hours in line just to get water?
yeah,
Unreal.
crazy.
So, yeah, Benton Harbor, Michigan. Terrible. On November 2nd, state federal regulators ordered Benton Harbor officials to fix flaws with the management in their water system. Since 2018, Benton Harbor's water system main inline take main intake line in Lake Michigan has been disintegrating, while water treatment plant's roof has been caving in. More recently, the city's water main ruptured in October, cutting off water for 24 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah, but we don't have money anywhere, apparently. We're broke.
Apparently,
It's not just they're broke. That's the problem. We're
yeah,
not broke. They're broke. That's
right.
so we're all broke. If people in this country are living like this, which is what's clearly happening in 800 parts per billion, can you imagine? And that's not the
Yeah,
norm, and probably not the norm, but who knows? But that's a level that's been tested.
Yep.
All right. And again, this is a really long article. World Socialist website does a great job investigating. And here, one of the plaintiffs of this lawsuit against the state, followed by Benton Harbor residents on November 10th, alleging that state government violated their constitutional rights in response to the city's lead poisoning crisis. Here you go. 886 parts per billion.
Jesus.
With kids living in the house.
Oh. I mean, you can't take a shower, you can't drink it, you can't cook with it, like, you know.
And they're doing all that.
I'm sure even if you washed your clothes, that would be an issue.
Well, of course, because you'd have lead contaminated water all over,
Yeah.
in your clothes. Luke Galvin, World Socialist website, good article, good stuff. Thanks for the reporting. Solid fact.
What do we got next?
Um,
Also, share your other screen in Discord.
right, I gotta go back.
Yep.
All right, now I gotta.
Colin's here. What's up, Colin?
What's up, Colin?
One guy on and one of the Twitch.
That's
One guy
that's your
in?
friend.
Is it?
That's your friend,
Which
Ayana.
friend?
Ayan.
Oh, nice.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah. Colin's
this is-
here. I'm seeing if anyone else joined us. Darlene showed up, right? That was earlier.
Yeah, she was here
Cool.
before. 22 likes. This this is, I'm not even going to really read it, but I did want to go over it. I wanted to mention it. Our friend Aaron Brockovich. All the
Nice.
PFAS docs. Download them and weep. Okay? Very simple. PFAS. And what are PFAS? It is having to deal with the toxic foam coverage, the forever foam chemical. So, she did an article about fire retardant stuff and toxic foam chemicals and firefighters who are getting sick. So here is the study that shows and proves that the DoD knew that firefighting foams with forever chemicals were dangerous but continued their use. In 2000, they were alerted that PFAS were both bioaccumulative and toxic 21 years ago, and we're still using these chemicals. What? Yep. So for those who want to stay involved, check out the Senate hearing looking at federal efforts to address PFAS contamination that happened earlier today here. This was a couple days. This was the other day. She's amazing. Well, again, how this does not have 15,000 likes.
Yeah.
Why?
No one sees it.
Why?
No one probably even knows it exists.
Why? She's got to be suppressed. I don't understand it.
Well, and it's. I mean, people follow Sandra Bullock all over the place, but they probably don't even like, when's the last time you Googled that? Like, you are probably one of the few people who's Googled Aaron Brockovich in the last decade. You know,
because
when was that movie made?
Well, no. The movie was made.
I know.
Look, her movie came out 21 years ago. However, it's not the movie; it's the fact that she's remained an environmental activist and involved in exposing scandals. And the movie had her name, and unlike
which is why there hasn't been an Aaron Brockovich 2.
Electric Boogaloo,
Electric Boogaloo, yeah.
Oh, we set that
up. This time it's personal.
But definitely go check this out. Here is the DoD timeline from all the way back in 1963. This is a super long thing here.
Oh, geez.
And you can see every report that's pages upon pages upon pages upon pages upon pages. Let's see this. 2,700 pages and still going. 3,100 pages and still go. A 3,500 page report on the
Julia
NDAA.
Roberts, by the way, we both missed it.
No, I knew it was Julia Roberts.
Sandra Bullock.
I thought you were talking about The Blind Side. That's the only reason I thought I didn't hit you on the Sandra Bullock stuff.
I'm a little high.
That's okay. We all are. But yeah, this is the EWG.org DOD fast timeline, PFAS timeline. Okay, and
put that link in Restream chat if you want.
I could. Sure,
Yeah,
why not?
you could definitely do that.
What? Yes. There you
What?
go, everybody.
Or I could have clicked the link in this thing I have and
could have, but it's cool.
yeah.
So everybody go check out that report if you care about
What is that? Go
forever
to that
chemical.
first one. That
It
first
is
one?
a schematic.
Yep.
Navy scientists
Yes, I
seek
would
a
like to
patent
see.
for
I
fire
would like to see that.
AFFF method of extinguishing
Okay.
liquid hydrocarbon fire.
Liquid hydrocarbon fibers. That would be any petroleum product and or alcohol. Yeah, so it's
This
like
is the
foam
actual
spray
patent
stuff.
application.
Yep. Okay. Interesting.
It is interesting.
In Dirty Sunday.
The most interesting man in the world. Okay. Thumbnail.
In
That's a
Dirty
short.
Sunday. All right.
All right.
That was good
And
though.
then
I like that one.
yeah, here's another one that I don't want to get into for a long. This is a super long article, but um,
Mm.
I'm already getting kind of tired. It's 1 o'clock.
What do
Already
you
an hour in.
mean?
We're already an
How have
hour
you
in.
not mainlined coffee
Again, I didn't
at
bring a
this
cup
point?
down with me because we had date night tonight, and so I'm all
Oh,
not myself
such an
exactly.
addict.
This is one you probably did not see either.
No, I didn't.
A massive oil spill helped one billionaire avoid paying income tax for 14 years.
Now, how did I miss that?
Well, because it's ProPublica, and they talked about Phyllis Taylor, and there were a few other
Phyllis
stories.
Taylor.
There were a few other stories happening this week, and unless you are subscribed to ProPublica, you probably did not see this shared around much, although it should have been. I know I shared it.
I was just trying to hit that, like when the movies say the title of the thing, and they look straight to camera,
How did we miss that?
So
Wait, that's the name of the show.
How did we miss that? That's the name of the show.
Maybe we should
Wait,
start
they're
doing
saying
that.
the name again now.
Maybe
I feel
we
like
should
it's gonna turn into like a Spaceballs bit. Like
maybe we should read the article title and go, "How did we miss that?"
What are we watching?
After
We're watching now. But now is now.
It's now. Yes, we are now. We talked about at dinner with my friend. We talked about Red Man, and
nice.
Yep. And
the Jizza, the RZA, the Santa Maria,
and that new track that they all dropped with Method Man and
nice.
Snoop, and what is the name of that? I'm not going to obviously play it for DMCA purposes.
Oh, the one that was like
Dr. Dre, and it's everybody just like
I'd have to look at it.
Busta Rhymes was in it.
Wow. Oh yeah. It was crazy.
So hang on, I missed it here. I skipped over. All right. After Deepwater Horizons. Right. Well, of course, we know what happened there. Right. And with the help of satellite imagery, they figured out that oil was leaking from a different spill, a 6-year-old disaster that the public knew almost nothing about. In September 2004, Ivan had swept the legs out under a 40-story oil drilling platform operated by a company called Taylor Energy, causing a leak that continues to this day. Wow. This is almost like Colonial Pipeline in the sea.
Mm-hmm.
It is the longest running and, by estimate, the largest U.S. oil spill ever recorded. Wow, again, sounds just like Robbie Yeager's thing. You could sit there and puff the whole time. I don't even get a drink.
I'm so sorry. I mean, you could do water.
Yeah, I could. I'd have to get up and get some. I'll hand the show to you, and you can do some interval stuff. Maybe we do some post.
Yeah. Sure.
According to ProPublica's analysis of secret trove of tax data, and I don't know where they got a secret trove of tax data from 2005 to 2018, she took in almost $500 million in income. Most of it from wages, interest, dividends, and capital gains, and never paid a cent in federal tax. Why? Because
Hmm.
she had reported the loss, I'm guessing, from Deepwater Horizon or from that other
Oh,
oil slick,
that's fucking bullshit.
right?
Oh,
Because her company was compelled to spend
fucking tax write off to the fucking what?
$500 million.
What the fuck is that, dude?
Your
I
reaction is just
you can
priceless.
you can tell the fucking like somewhere in a meeting room, just fucking bump of cocaine. I've got an idea.
She's
Just fucking
80.
like
She's 80. I don't
yeah.
think that there's a line of cocaine anywhere going on.
No, not by she wasn't the one doing it, but you know,
Somebody cooked
somebody's
this up.
like, yeah, like somebody was like, I know, we could get a tax write off for it.
Taylor
What?
Energy operated out of an ornate 4-story mansion in New Orleans off Lee Circles where a statue of Robert E. Lee stood until 2017. Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that story when they took that down.
yeah.
Female
I
employees were
mean,
not allowed to wear pants. Employees had to address their superiors as sir or ma'am.
have
Taylor
have
and
they seen apple bottom jeans? Perfectly
boots with the
acceptable.
furs. Yeah.
Damn right.
Um, Patrick's office had hand painted blue and white silk wallpaper from a Russian palace. Wow.
Oi. What are you,
Yeesh.
oi?
I'm looking at the silk
I know.
wallpaper.
From a
Okay.
Russian palace. Yeah.
Rooms were named after Ronald Reagan and
Oh.
Horatio Nelson. Gross.
Did you see the thing about that somebody put out on Twitter today about Nancy Reagan giving good head?
Yes,
And
I
that's
did, as a
apparently
matter of fact.
okay.
I
Just making
certainly
sure
did see that.
I wasn't going
That
crazy.
she was
It was
known
from some
for
like
like
book, right? Yeah, that she
good
was
time.
known
She was
for.
like the good time
Yeah,
girl or something.
yeah.
That's really funny. But that has
Good for
nothing to do with
Nancy.
this.
That
That,
actually humanizes her, oddly enough. Like,
right? The year Ivan
uh,
hit had changed. The year Ivan hit changed her life. A couple months after the hurricane, her husband had passed away. At 63, she took over the company. So deaths create a speculator tax boon for the wealthy. What some
oh,
experts
lovely
consider one of the
leopard
largest
fur.
loopholes. Oh my god! Ah!
Like, and is that the Maltese Falcon in the back? What? What
Wow,
is that?
that is some kind of an award that she probably
That seems like the
gave
weapon for a
herself,
murder. Yeah, yeah.
right? All that value disappeared at the death at death. Okay, again, if Patrick Taylor, who controlled the vast majority of the company, had sold it while he was alive, Taylor's would have owed a huge sum in capital gains tax. But all that value disappeared at death because it got handed off to his wife.
Nice.
$500 million in
Five
taxes gone
hundred billion.
over a decade.
Oh. Also, have you seen The Incredibles?
Of
The
course.
first movie
Oh yeah. She
that
looks
looks like
like the
the
assistant.
Edna Mode. Is that
Oh no,
it?
that's definitely no. Edna Mode is much cooler than that and has dark hair.
Yeah, but it's like
Darling, I
but the
don't know
one
what
who's
you mean,
doing, yeah,
darling.
I don't know
We
what
have
you,
to get
yeah,
you
that
another
lady.
uniform, darling.
No capes.
Dude,
Capes are
yes.
so last
Oh,
year. Yeah,
that video where she goes
yeah,
through all. Oh, so funny.
it's great.
Oh,
But
that's a
that's what
classic movie.
that lady reminded me of. Is her like this the real life version of that character? But
So 4 years after Taylor Energy became aware of the spill, the company had yet to clean it up. She said she decided she wanted out. She sold all the company's oil rigs to two South
oh, of
Korean
course,
entities, except for the damaged rig. Right?
oh, of
And she owned
course.
about 95% of the company. Received close to 1.2 billion of the 1.25 billion price tag. It's that extra little
Crazy.
0.05 that really makes the difference. Right? Yet
Like,
Taylor was legally allowed to portray the sale of the IRS in a very different light, and in turn depended on the fact that on the fact that the law allows owners of private companies a lot of leeway in determining the value of their assets. Since she was inheriting the company tax free, she and her advisors had every reason to assign it at a high initial value, because that would mean that when she later sold the assets, the high value would minimize or eliminate the gain on paper, right? And that's what her tax record suggests happened. She didn't record a
This
gain on
is
the sale of her company. In fact, she was able to report a loss of $211 million. Dude, I want
oh,
her account.
oh,
Wow.
what, like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, what? What? They
Wait.
put a graph. They put a graph. They put a
Okay.
graph in for that.
To show her.
Income after losses. Income. Boop, boop.
Wow.
Like, I love how, have you ever the graph noises, right? You're like boop 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 boop. Like
No, I had not heard of graph noises, and I'm kind of glad I hadn't. But
yep.
now, what is this? A
Graph
few months
noises.
after the sale, a federal agency that oversees drilling in the Gulf negotiated an agreement that required the company to create a $666 million trust to cover the cost of the cleanup. And that was a lot of money, more than half the proceeds from the company's sale. But it came with a silver lining, and here it goes. Because it was set up as a sole proprietorship, its income and losses flowed through her personal taxes. She could write off the costs of the cleanup against her own income.
Hmm.
Dude, she's got some
Her own income.
brilliant, brilliant
Well, it's like because she
account.
sold the business, right?
Let's call these creative accounts. Well, yes, she sold the business, and it's a
She
private
sold the business,
sole
so then the
proprietorship.
tax write off went to just her income tax, as opposed to the dude. Holy shit!
But the sole proprietorship was also liable,
Yeah,
and that means she was personally on the hook.
yeah.
So finally, in the years after it established the cleanup trust, Taylor Energy claimed it could not have foreseen such an accident. Stopping the leak was technologically impossible. But apparently that's not the case, because in 2012, the Coast Guard finally ordered them to install a dome to contain the leak. But 3 years later, when they settled the lawsuit that forced it to start publicly disclosing more about its efforts, they hadn't even finished the design.
And we're wondering why New Orleans can't afford to pay for trash service. You know,
They're just letting this shit
so
leak into the Gulf still.
well, that's the thing. The thing with when I remember the Deep
Deepwater Horizon.
Horizon and stuff, right? Which my mother, one of the biggest like anti versions of that. Like she was on that shit before everyone else. She was like, "That's gonna fucking go bad." I'm just gonna tell everyone that right now. Anyway, she like they couldn't find the oil. The oil disappeared at some point.
What?
Right? Like yeah, like there was like they did the math of like how many gallons came out, and then they tried to like through like the satellite data tried to find all like how much volume of,
Right, where'd it
and then they
go?
couldn't find that. Right, they're like, what, where'd it go? And oil and water, oil is going to
Right,
be
it
on top.
doesn't. It doesn't sink.
Right, so where did it go?
It
you
went to the
know
shorelines. I mean, I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
So again,
yeah.
it's still to this day still flowing at a rate of 1,000 gallons a day. A protected
Oh,
dome, a protected dome finally installed by a contractor the Coast Guard hired after losing faith in Taylor contains the leak.
sure it does. I've seen Coast Guard containment. It's a bunch of frat boys with PT boats out there. you
But
know
Taylor, the owner, the woman has weathered all this remarkably well. She remains known as a great benefactor to her city and state. U.S. Marine Corps gave her honorary Marine status in 2013. She got the Loving Cup Award.
Honorary.
That's all about.
Didn't even have to go to Paris Island like my father did. If dad could have been an honorary Marine, he probably would have taken that. You know?
The combination of the loss on the sale of the company and the expenses for the cleanup meant Taylor did not pay any income tax from 2005 to 2018.
Mm,
At the end of
that makes
2018,
sense.
her reserve pool of losses exceeded 330 million, making it a distinct possibility that she would never have to pay income taxes again.
So E. Heller said that disbursements made the floating less possible.
Dispersants, yeah, like those are the chemicals that they
Dispersants.
drop in the water to make it break
Hmm.
up.
Yeah, which would mean that it would become hydrophilic.
I don't know. Not really.
Words, math, Greek,
Yeah, exactly. All right.
numbers, Wang.
It's the story I didn't really want to do, but we have to do.
We
And
have to.
it's because everybody's done it, but we had to fucking talk.
Yeah, of course.
And when you go to talk about it, you go to the best, and that's Glenn. And
Glenn.
press freedom groups have warned that his prosecution is a grave threat. The Biden DOJ ignored them, and today won a major victory toward permanently silencing the pioneering transparency activist.
He killed on Jimmy today.
Did he?
So
Yeah, we missed that. Got to get caught up with
Yeah.
that. And he also did an audio reading of this article, so encourage you to check that
Nice.
out on
Yeah, but what if I want Caitlin
YouTube.
Johnstone's husband to read it?
Tim's the best. This is a really long article. Like, I don't know about this. He's just so smooth about it. He can
Well,
be
and
reading
he's
the worst
recapping all
shit.
of it, right? And
Again, because of the acts that of Assange, because of the acts of Assange that serve as the basis of the U.S. indictment are acts in which investigative journalists routinely engage with their sources, press freedom, and civil liberty groups throughout the West vehemently condemn the Assange indictment as one of the gravest threats to press freedoms in years. In February, following Assange's victory in court, a coalition of civil liberties and human rights groups urged the Biden administration to drop the efforts to extradite him, as the New York Times put it. And this coalition, okay, again, Glenn killed with this.
Yeah.
But what Glenn has pivoted to now, and I think, yep, Democrats like the new Biden team are no fan of Assange, whose publication in 2016 of the Democratic email stolen by Russia aided Trump's narrow victory over Hillary Clinton. Or at least that's what the New York Times said. That's Russiagating stuff. Okay. But there's no direct tie between that other than the email that he sent to Don Jr. But it's very up in the air about that whole thing.
Well, I mean, the Don Jr. thing was just like, hey, do
I
you
read
have
the Mueller
info?
report.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yep. But here you go. How they cheated in order to help Clinton stave off a surprisingly robust challenge from Senator Sanders in 2016.
Yep.
And there's our old friend. That's
I like how you're using her own language. I
not nice.
appreciate the effort.
That's not very nice. Sorry.
Ooh, it's a snake.
All right, even Donna Brazil said it.
Yeah.
Okay, going back over the Rebecca Vincent,
also
who's
said
director
after
of, yep.
Seth Rich that, she wanted to keep those windows blinds closed.
All right. Freedom of the Press Foundation, where, Glenn sits on the board, issued a statement. It's just, over the last 15 years, Assange has broken more major stories and done more consequential journalism than all the corporate journalisms who hate him combined. Bold
and
statement.
Has not had to
probably true.
Rescind anything. Yet.
Right, but he is not being imprisoned despite his pioneering journalism. He is being imprisoned precisely because of that.
Because of it. Yep.
Accumulated hostility toward him from employees of media corporations who hate him due to professional jealousy and the belief that he undermined the Democratic Party, and from the U.S. security state apparatus, which hates him for exposing its crimes and refusing to bow to its dictates, has created a climate where the Biden administration and their British servants feel perfectly comfortable imprisoning arguably the most consequential journalist of his generation, even as they continue to lecture the rest of the world about the importance of press freedoms and democratic values. Killing you, Glenn. Thank you for saying all the things. GlennGreenwald.substack.com. Give him a follow. Throw him some cash if you can. He's doing all right.
Also,
but
shout out the Action for Assange crew for when they were doing the appeal, because
shout out to
watching
everyone.
them, yeah, I mean, Misty, Glory, Slow News Day, Andrew, right? Like they woke up at 5 a.m. Eastern, or even earlier, stayed up depending on where they were located,
Sleepy Josh
right?
stayed
And
up.
like,
It was 2 a.m. where Sleepy
yeah,
Josh was, and Steve. I know
yeah,
they were up late.
and
Yeah,
like,
Misty. I don't know if she stayed up all night or she
watching
got a little
them,
rest, but
watching them have to take that news, people who've been doing this for 2+ years, right? Like,
or
have to essentially be forced to see him rot more, because of this was fucking brutal to watch. And Stella coming
heartbreak.
out put almost everyone in tears. It was fucking the worst.
And now we
Like,
find out that he had a stroke.
yeah, that he had a stroke. But yeah, go watch that stream if you can find it. I think it was on MCSC Network and stuff like that, because they did lay out, a amazing recap, and
But that was
their
that.
thoughts on moving forward, and you know
Yeah,
so where they are now
sending
in the trial and stuff like
sending
that.
love to
So
all our Assange supporting family for sure.
yeah,
It's been hard. Richard Medhurst and Kevin Gostola. I wanted to shout those two out specifically. They're
yeah,
doing yeoman's work.
yeah,
Um,
and just keep an FYI how many people didn't tweet things about that yesterday. I think that says a lot more. That they didn't cover that story yesterday.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
And why?
yeah, and that they're now trying to backtrack that, cough
If
cough. But
if you
um,
consider yourself to be any kind of a journalist or any type of an advocate for press freedom, how?
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, terrible.
well,
But
we're gonna end on a somewhat happy note. But at the
well,
same
that's
time,
nice.
it's somewhat,
And then we
but not
got some
really.
boats, and that'll cheer everyone up. Boats always cheers everyone up.
It's just
So
heartwarming to see this man shaven and sitting in his house.
yeah,
Greg Murray, welcome
yeah,
home.
we get to take someone off the list for once.
Oh, thank goodness. So, Mohammed Almazi, in an
Mm-hmm.
exclusive interview for The Dissenter, which is Kevin Gostola's newsletter as an offshoot of Shadowproof.
Not to be
Okay.
confused with the dissident.
No, not to be confused with Dissident, which is our friend
Yes,
over at the Indie News Network. This is The
who
Dissenter,
looks very similar to
David Lynch, of which I am
David
by the
Lynch.
way,
Yeah,
I am a premium annual subscriber to The Dissenter. I'm a supporter of Kevin's work. I think he does excellent investigative journalism, and his coverage of the Assange trial has been relentless and minute by minute, and has been essential. Because there have not been enough people that have been able to track the day by day and stick with it for as long as he has, and I give him a lot of respect and credit. Appreciate
yeah.
his effort, dedication. So here's the negative stuff. Again, prisoners and prison staff at Her Majesty's Prison, Edinburgh, faced a serious outbreak of COVID at a time when inmates were explicitly discouraged from requesting COVID tests, according to Craig Murray. So now what's he going to do? He's going to whistleblow about what happened to him in prison.
Nice.
There was a major COVID outbreak in the last 6 weeks. While COVID was present in the prison throughout his stay there, between October 20th and November 20th, there were more than 200 positive tests. That's it. That's 200 out of 900.
That's
Emphasizing that
ridiculous.
all these prisoners would have been symptomatic.
So that's like
Prisoners who
30%.
weren't symptomatic were not tested.
Yeah.
Right. So while the Scottish government urged the entire population to test themselves with the lateral flow test more than twice a week, whether they had symptoms or not. It was difficult for prisoners to get a test, naturally.
Yeah, of course.
So,
What is it? A carton of cigarettes got you one? What?
right? So here's what I
You gonna
think.
use your COVID test?
And again, I would please go and check out this article at thecenter.org. Uh, it's a long article with Craig Murray. He has
Such
been
a
in
baller move from Craig, though. You know,
the man,
just to go like, yeah, I'm also gonna talk about this.
man, monster. Okay. The only civil prisoner out of 900 inmates.
Mm-hmm.
They did this to fuck with him. Okay. Many of the privileges that civil prisoners receive, okay, remain theoretical. Access to the library and gym was prohibited throughout his incarceration. 30 minutes permitted to shower and try to make phone calls, but with one of the two landlines typically out of order and up to 20 prisoners waiting to access the phones, each prisoner ultimately had a minute to speak, assuming they could even make one. Circumstances were less than ideal given the viral outbreak and the fact that prisoners could hear each other's calls. However, prisoners were given 10 minutes a day on a mobile phone to call approved numbers as a special exemption due to COVID. That was interesting.
Mm.
But still, 10 minutes.
Yep.
Right?
And
That was a
describes it
godsend.
as a godsend.
Right.
Yeah, like, oh, fuck
Just being
you.
able to say goodnight to his kids. Like, that's how you stop turning prisoners into animals.
Imagine. Just take a couple of seconds. Put yourself in that headspace. You know,
No,
like,
I can't
yeah, I
because
know. Like, you can't.
no, I
It's such a,
yeah,
oh,
except doing what I do and
I
sitting
know.
where I sit,
Yeah,
I have to.
I
Unfortunately.
know that it's a threat for the, and look at Assange, who hasn't been able to contact like
No.
anybody. We haven't heard him speak in forever. This is how this goes. Like, and with they were talking about on their stream, Commander X, who's just in county, that they fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
They shuffle them
it's
around.
same.
Yep.
Yeah, they shuffle them. Yeah, it's, again, it's torturous stuff from, like, there's Her Majesty's prisons tend to include names like, the Tower of London, which used to just torture people at one point. So,
Isn't that what used to house the throne room? It
yeah,
seems to
I
recall.
think.
We had a keychain growing up in my house. It was like a Tower of London throne
Mm,
messed up. Why? I think somebody
yeah,
got it
I
for a
don't know.
holiday. But weird.
Mm,
So on the whole, he claimed he was treated well. Several went out of their way to explain their sympathies or outright support for former ambassador. A couple of them said they didn't sign up to guard political prisoners and were plainly disgusted by the situation. However, one incident represented egregious abuse by prison authorities and involved private contractors hired by the government. And then there was a whole thing about him going for the Assange trial and doing some kind of a testimony, and they wouldn't let them.
like a
So here,
character
I had to
witness
go
or
for a
whatever.
I had to go for a consultant's appointment in Edinburgh, um, or Edinburgh Infirmary, and I was taken to a consultant's appointment strip search on leaving the jail.
Mm,
They informed you to be handcuffed on two security guards for the visit to the hospital. Told you to remain handcuffed. Like, I'm sure this is just standard protocol, but that if
right.
right, he'd be
But wouldn't
chained
they
as
have
opposed to I refuse that. This is
wouldn't
ludicrous.
they have hospital at the, yeah, anyway.
Right. So marching someone in handcuffs to a public hospital is hardly protecting them from curiosity or insult. It is a ridiculously undignified way of treating people who are harmless and ill. Our contracts for the provision of services have an annual revenue of this. Basically, it was we don't want to mess with our our contract by not doing what we said we're supposed to do to the letter.
So, it says up there about there being a private company, right? That takes him out. The reason why they shackled him and stuff
Yep.
is because, those companies apparently face penalties.
Yep.
So,
If they violate the rules.
yeah.
Right. So he was able to remain in the know about current events, such as the government's appeal in WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange's case, or the climate change summit COP26, as a result of letters that well-wishers sent him. He said people would write me letters and tell me, and people would look up articles on the internet, print them out, put them in an envelope, stamp on it, mail them to me.
What's mailing to Assange like, you think?
They don't.
Think he's getting his mail?
I would guess.
Mm.
I would guess not. For his imprisonment, he hadn't fully taken on board the extent to which imprisonment and addiction are related. At large majority, at least 80%, probably higher, of people who are in prison are themselves addicted to drugs and fueling their addiction, paying for their addiction, which is what causes them to turn to crime, most of which is quite petty crime. Yeah,
Click
this
that
is
in if you, control scroll a little bit. Other way. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, it was requested.
Ah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sure, happy to oblige. What we're gonna do is drop the link in chat so you can go see it for yourself.
Yep.
This is an excellent article. Mohammed El Mazi does tremendous work for both the Canary and some freelance work. Fan of his. He's been also covering the Assange trial extensively, but also lives in the UK. Okay, so Craig will be
Jesus, how
returning.
long is?
It's long. That's what I'm saying. You gotta read this.
Oh, yeah, I see your scroll.
Right,
Hacked
and then
at 23.
right after he was in prison, login and contact details were all changed, and then so he doesn't have access to his Facebook account on top of
Facebook.
everything.
Nice.
Oh, look, UCG, David Morales.
Yeah.
He had been called to testify. Morales oversaw, but he was unable to go. Right, he was being videotaped and he presumed giving testimony as to the nature, which were not legally privileged, but were still under entirely private under Spanish law, and not entitled to be spied upon. So, yeah, very publicized. Oh, following his interview, so this was literally like his first interview out of prison was with Mohammed, and it was really tough to read, but excellent work, and just so happy that he's out and free and doing what he's doing again and recovering, getting healthy. And welcome home, Greg Murray. Missed you.
Look forward to seeing what he does now.
Yep. So
I watch YouTube. Boats that smash into other boats.
What?
I watch YouTube. Boats that smash into other boats.
You're never going to hear Jimmy say it twice. There you go. Now we're there. I got to go get something to drink so you can show some Reddit cringe.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Well, I'll talk about the Substack for it.
Oh, yeah.
So
you want me to share?
I got it.
Should I share it? Want to bring it up?
I'm sharing
you're
mine.
on your screen, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Reef is taking over the building.
What's up, everybody? Where is my here? So I started making Substacks for boats in case people want to share the links I find, and also as a little bit of insurance for me, so they don't give you guys reposts all the time. But I will publish this probably tomorrow, but I'll put it in the chat for the people that are here now. If you want to sneak peek some stuff. But yeah, I mean, Indy went on date night with Mrs. Indy and did all that stuff. So, he got home like right hour before coming here. So just enough time to get our stuff together. I should probably not have us do Infinite Switch, huh? But where is right here? So who's in chat? We got Andrew Dwyer, E. Heller and stuff. Yeah. Shout out to Blue Moon Red Wine today because her stream was incredible. You should go check out the INN channel for that. It's like 6 to 9 hours. It's crazy. So we had Tara there, and Revolutionary Blackout Network showed up. They were there at the end. It was super good all day. They were talking about the wanting to boycott student loan debt stuff. So definitely go check that out. It was impressive. But yeah, you should be able to find all the leaks for tonight's boats in here. I'll eventually figure out how to just do Substack better at some point, but yeah, it'll be nice. I have one set up for Misty when I do that on Reefer After Dark, which go check out my channel if you haven't done that. I've got some clips up. It should be Reef Breland on YouTube if you look that up, right? I can put links in chat while I'm doing things. Where is here? Go to my channel. Where is it at? Come on. Do the thing. I think my link tree is in the description somewhere as well. But where is here? So if I put in linktree.ee/Reef Freeland in chat, should be able to find me on there as well. But let's see. I don't want Indy to miss anything necessarily. Hopefully he's not making coffee like the lunatic he is. So, because that's going to take him a lot longer. But anyway. But yeah. Where is... I got to bring it up here. Down here. I think that's where I have everything. But I can leave it on... where is... here we go. What does everyone see? Middle monitor. Let's go here. Perfect. When does everyone think he's coming back? How long do you think it takes to do coffee? How long does coffee take? See, I'm not a coffee drinker. The ADHD fucks with coffee for me. So.
Okay, I'm back.
But nice. Nice.
What about coffee?
Perfect. Oh, I was just saying, I hope you weren't going to make coffee because that's going to take longer.
No.
Nice. Cool. All right. So,
what we got?
You ready for boats? I got some boats.
Ready. Oh boy. I hope that's not actually
Here are boats.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. I like your boat. How's my boat? Oh no.
We got boats. You like boats?
Would you like to smash my boat into your boat?
Whee!
Oh no! What? Wait. Did she hit the gas? Yeah, she did.
Well, that would be.
She leaned on.
Yeah, lean forward on it. Whee!
Oh my god! Oh my god! That is.
And he falls in the water, and then she catches this lady. She makes it.
She's okay.
She's okay.
Gosh.
I do have to be careful with stuff sometimes because it's like I had to make sure like are they okay, you know? But I figured we should always try to have some aquatic boat themed things, right? So I have another boat theme, right? Bye, kayakers.
Oh my God.
Wee.
Wait.
Even spits out the kayak.
I hope
Yeah.
they come out.
They do. Yeah, they always spit them back out.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, you definitely got like, you definitely woke up for a shock on that one. So
Honestly, the whale is probably like WTF is in my
WTF
mouth.
is in my mouth. The fuck is this? It's supposed to just be fish here.
Dude.
The fuck is this weird
The
thing?
comments are outstanding. Reddit does actually get some pretty good comments, I have to say.
Yeah, that's why I do post when we're in the Substack. I definitely try to make sure that the comments are one in there. But my two hobbies are smoking marijuana and rescuing stray dogs. By the way, I don't know if you knew. I love this. By the way,
who's gonna tell him?
This fucking guy. Who's gonna tell him? It's just like fucking don't tell him. The doggo's nice. That's a good doggo.
That's a puppo.
That's a good puppo.
That's a good puppo.
But yeah, I thought that was fucking hilarious. What
That
else I
is
got?
pretty damn funny.
Have you ever seen a glass blunt? Have you ever done one of those?
No.
Yeah, they're actually really nice. I know Grav has one too, and they make really good like stocking stuffers. I know Christmas is coming up.
Are they refillable essentially?
Yeah. Yeah, essentially, yeah. So
Wow.
the way it works is like the way I've seen them is that there's like a little O-ring in here. The Grav one is sweet because it's like two parts. And so like as your ember kind of gets like down here, right, you can like push that O-ring forward or whatever, or like push this down,
And
right?
keep it packed
And it'll
tight.
like and keep it, yep. So
Hmm.
they're actually
gotta
really
be a
nice if
hole
you don't want to.
There's got to be a
Yep.
hole at the right end to light it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, this side, little hole here. Yeah,
that
you just
called a
shove
crack
weed in
pipe?
here. Yes, it is very
doesn't that-
similar. Yeah,
And doesn't that glass get awful hot?
it can do very very sure, but usually like there's enough like of a you think the thing down here is burning and it's going through all that plant material, and by the time you do get like you've shoved this thing so far that you still have a pretty long.
I'm talking about the tube on the outside will also get hot and burn your fingers while you're holding it.
Well, it's called a stingamite.
Yeah.
But what else I got?
Sure.
I just thought this was funny, right? That the sole purpose of buying rubbing alcohol is just to clean your bongs. I feel this because I
feel seen.
I go through so much. I go through so much of this just by doing that.
I feel seen.
Like I know that you can buy a gallon of it of 91% for like $20, but
wow.
But I just feel like when you do smoke weed, you have to make sure that you're not going to get like super bummed like this guy.
Uh-oh. Oh no!
Oh, not the pizza. Oh God.
Oh no. Hopefully your kitchen doesn't end up on fire.
Yeah.
You
don't burn yourself
oven.
either.
I got it.
Now, why?
I love the friend who's like not helping but filming. That's the best.
Why was he filming him take out pizza from the oven in the
pizza? Because he knew. He knew.
He just knew.
He knew it was not going to work out well.
I love it.
Oh, what else I got? I just thought this would be like fun to have on a loop. I just want this like in my room all the time, right? But you probably shouldn't try this at home unless you have like a giant industrial sized shredder.
Oh boy. Oh, that is. Yes.
The shredder turns on and the glow sticks go in.
Wow.
Whoa, dude.
Tripping.
Oh, this crazy colors.
It's like putting crayons in there. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, but notice how it
Yes, whole bowl.
basically dispenses them, and you end up with clean blades pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Those things are
Yeah.
not to be fucked with.
No, definitely don't wear loose clothing. And like the side effects for those are probably not great.
Right.
But we talking about like New York stuff recently a lot with all the New Yorkers that we now talk to. And I just thought you would appreciate this. Right? That's
Well,
New York
I think
map,
I might have
right?
heard the audio of this.
No, this is not that one.
Oh, this is not that one? Okay.
Bing.
Again, who's sitting there? He knew. He knew.
He knew what was coming.
He
Yeah,
knew
who's just
what
filming
was
the map?
Oh,
And bip. Like,
no,
oh,
he loosened the map and was waiting for
yeah,
someone to sit there.
he'd planned this out all day.
Oh, you bet, and then filmed it. You 100.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Wait,
that's
let's
fantastic.
See the comments. Let's see the comments. How could
he slap? How could he
Keep
slap?
going.
Where's the yes here? Yeah, that's all from one of those. Don't help, just film.
The slap was perfect though.
But anyway, and I know you recently were talking about a toaster oven that you got to use. So while you're
Like
waiting for the A train,
is he cooking his
he's cooking a whole chicken
in the toaster,
like a whole chicken, just chilling, bro. This is the life right here.
Is he
just
getting on a
toaster
train,
oven
or
and
is that
chicken.
where he lived?
I think he's just stealing the power here.
That's
like
pretty good if that's the case. Now, because if the train comes and he packs up and gets on the train, that's a win.
that's a win. Just like with his, just like packs up his box under his shoulder. Okay, like just I just thought you would find this funny because I think you have the same toaster oven.
Very similar, but I just replaced that toaster oven with the Cuisinart convection toaster, air fryer monster cube thing.
But yeah, I figured I'd start off Dad Zone with a bit of that.
That's good.
But
oh no,
I thought you would appreciate this Dad Zone.
I know what happened. I know what happened. I don't even have to look. I see the cup and I see the TV.
Read the title of that.
As a son, as a father whose son is obsessed with Paw Patrol.
Look at the fucking culprit.
I saw the culprit as soon as
motherfucker. Bow.
Oh,
that's great.
He threw it right at the screen. Poo Patrol, I got your Poo Patrol right here.
Which one is your favorite? What's the little doggo? The little snitch doggo? That's your favorite one, right?
Chase, the little A-cab.
Chase. A-cab. Oh, terrible.
We were
fucking terrible.
No.
I hope you start saying that it's Poo Patrol now.
No.
Poo Patrol. No, Dad, it's Paw Patrol.
Oh, you think he's the first dad to ever come up with that?
No, but
that joke.
It was pretty funny.
That joke writes itself. Wow.
So, have you ever seen these glass bridges?
Sure.
These things?
Yes, they're creepy.
Look at this. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going on.
Oh, I don't know what to do. Come on, we gotta go. No, I wanna. No, okay, hold on. Okay. 1, 2, and then up. Yeah, good form. Nice. No, we gotta. No, now turn around. No, you got to turn around.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah,
I'm not.
good.
No, this is no. I don't
Yeah,
like. I don't
I'm
like.
good.
Bye.
I'm good.
I'm
See ya.
bye.
We have those munchkin
Ugh.
cups in my house without the handles.
You have those same cups.
Yep.
That's
They're called-
great.
They're called like forever sippy cups or something.
Nice. So when your boy gets a little older, you'll have to deal with the stick problem,
Oh boy.
right? I know you normally already have one stick to tell them about, but
Mm.
you have to tell them about the other sticks because Bliat. Oh, Bliat. Kids at home, Bliat is a very special word in Russia. Usually predated by Suka.
Or
Suka
ow.
Bliat. Yeah, it's pretty much fuck. Yeah, it's pretty much fuck.
Yeah.
But
Ow.
it's always funny to hear little children say it. So, did you do a gender reveal party?
We did.
Did you?
We
did
did.
you do 3 of them, or just 2 of them?
We did just 2 of them. I don't
2?
know. Did we do one for my son? I don't remember if we did. Wow, I'm a little high. I'm sure.
I'm a little high.
Oh no. Cover your eyes, sweetheart. Oh no, she's eating the powder. Oh god.
It's a boy. It's a boy.
But why is the Why is the wife wearing a mask and the kids are not?
I don't think.
She's
I
wearing
think she
a
was
mask.
just out of the.
Oh. Yeah, that's funny. There's some kind of God only knows what kind of toxic material he just ate.
Nah, it's just blue. Everyone knows blue. What else I got?
Oh my god.
Oh, these are the best.
Oh no.
You gotta learn this
It's
lesson
gonna
early.
Snap. It's gonna snap. It's gonna
and down
snap.
back.
Oh, dude. Ouch.
Oh, that sucks. Oh.
And I think I got him more than once too. Oh, I got all the boys.
You got a little double tap in there.
I got all the boys.
So I think I have one last dad zone.
Okay.
Right?
Garbage. Garbitch.
Perfect.
Oh. What's up? My nigga, that's wrong. What the fuck? Where you get that from? Last thing I heard. Call the school. Call the school. That bitch needs to be fired. Wait. Hey. Spell it one more time.
Garbage. Garbage.
Oh, my kids
gotta
haven't
get
learned
that
to spell that
garbage
word yet.
No, that's how you spell it. That's how New York spell it. It's garbage.
My kids have not learned to spell that word yet. And guess what? That's
how you're gonna teach them. My dad said that this is how you spell it. You know?
Oh my god. But you got a dap at the end.
Oh, I love that.
Okay,
I mean, he hit that too.
That's
just,
tears.
Just hit it. That was great.
Dude, that's tears.
So this to me only led me to the joke in Mother Russia, you steal car for robber.
Молодой человек, вы что делаете? Вы в порядке вообще, нет? Вы что снимаете? Чего сели в машину ко мне? Слушай, ты что, ненормально?
You not need to understand Russian. Don't worry, it's coming.
Выйди с машины с моей.
Yeah.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Bert. And lock. And now all the doors are locked. Why did you get out of the car?
Because it was what?
What?
What the fuck?
I don't know what happens after either. That's the thing. Right? Like, what happens? You know? Oh, there's a translation. Wait, I will recall you, young man. What are you doing? Are you okay or not? What are you, shoot? What are you sitting in my car? Hey, are you nuts? Get out of my car. Okay, I will pull fucking out you. Open the door. Open the door.
What?
Oh shit.
What did I just see?
I don't know. I don't know. I found it. I'm proud of myself.
Wow.
That's a YMH clip right there.
It's
If
a
I've seen one, that's
garbage thing.
yeah, garbage. This one for the
Oh,
this is
fuck.
for our Latinx audience. Just want to make sure super woke there.
Yeah,
Latinx.
Angel, I've never seen.
But so this one, I don't know what happens, but something happens. Wee! Oh, what happened, bro?
So, okay.
What
He drank a
happened?
shi- I'll tell you what happened. He
Okay.
drank a half a bottle of soda, and then he yelled
Yeah.
out, and then he burped out Kerika Coca,
Kiriko Coca, which is it's delicious. Yeah.
and then he jumped
Coke.
around, and then he rolled down a hill, trying to make himself throw up or burp again, maybe, and take
Who
Coca.
knows? Kiriko Coca.
That I don't.
I
quite
feel like that's something
understand.
Joey Diaz would say, but
I watch
know.
YouTube. Boats that
what? Why did you click a button?
I was going back.
No click button.
Yeah.
Is it still there? Did we break it? Is it there?
Good.
I hope it's there. All right. Oh, hardcore parkour. Hardcore parkour. And backflip.
No.
Oh,
That's gonna require dental work.
That's gonna require rhinoplasty, I think.
Which
you
is
know,
just a funny word in
like-
general.
Rhinoplasty, I know,
Yes.
right? He definitely oh yeah. I mean, he definitely. Where's the initial impact? Like,
It's covered by the.
I mean,
hood.
he landed shoulder.
I don't know if you.
I
see
thought he
his-
landed straight up nose.
I don't know if it was. I thought it was mouth.
No, it's like he hits like chest.
Oh,
He
okay.
takes it to the chest. But he definitely gets snapped back
Ooh.
off that.
Ow.
Right on the edge of that. That's some of that nasty concrete that'll cut you up too. My skater friends know about that shit. Harambe. Praise be. All hail Harambe, because if you don't praise, he could just come along and yoink. You're coming with me now, sir.
Oh god.
Oh, look at his fucking face.
Oh, thank you.
It's just oh god. Okay. I don't know what that was. Like
wow.
just
No,
this
that
nonchalant.
That was just an I see you and you're coming with me.
Well, and it's just like it's such a not like a like this is a grown man. He just grab and barely starts and it's just full grown man coming along with him, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
that's ridiculous.
Yes.
But what else I got? Oh,
Oh no, not
something
another
about
car off the lift.
not about a car off a lift. Yep, no lift, but
Uh-oh. Oh!
whee!
Thumbs up.
He's okay. I mean, he does
Wow,
just
can you
like,
imagine? Like
yep.
that? No, seriously.
Oh,
Like thumbs up. Come on in.
yep. Okay. Crazy. What, dude? It's crazy how like easy. Like we are in cars all the time, and they are one of the most dangerous things.
Yep.
This is also pretty dangerous, and this is what you get for trying to cut down such a big tree like that.
What the?
Whee!
Ow.
Do a barrel roll. Want to see it again?
Yeah, I sure do. You know I want to see that a second time. Oh, ow. Oh, that's going to hurt his
Full
neck.
scorpions. He scorpions it.
It's going to hurt his neck
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah, he hits that. He hits that full scorpion there. Good.
Hmm.
What's next? Coming off of the top rope. Coming off of the top rope.
Animal.
Uno, dos, tres, go! Oh!
Splash!
That was just fun. I just feel like that was fun. You know, it's just very comical. It's just the fear when he gets about like right here is fucking. He's so afraid right now, but he's going to be fine. You know, but he doesn't feel like he's going to be at all. You know, he's just had a heart attack inside. You know, and then just manages to hit that. I mean it. Like he hits that cannonball anyway. Full tux gets over. But anyway.
But look. He wasn't sure if he was going to hit his head on that beam.
Yeah.
Or if he was going to hit something on the way down. Or if a bird was going to fly into him while he was... I'm
right?
nervous too.
Yeah. So...
Oh
you know what this sign is, right?
Oh no! Oh!
Everyone knows what this sign is.
Well, we saw
right?
a tractor trailer carry a car last week.
Yes, and we see this little red light right here. Probably means.
And this time we will see trains carrying several cars.
Yes, we will.
Oh no, we won't.
Oh.
Damn.
What is it about trains hitting things that is so satisfying?
Damn! Did that really just split the truck in half?
Half, yeah, like gone with like elevation, elevation, like.
Or was that the train car that split? No, the train just kept going.
Kept going, yeah. Train's fine. Like, it's just that. Like,
dang.
Bow. Yep.
Hi, Valerie.
Poor cars.
Say hi to you. Thanks for being here as always.
That's it for boats.
That's all you had, really?
That's all I had,
fun. Dude.
Yep.
Garbage truck. I gotta hear it again. Garbage.
You go garbage. Gotta go get that garbage.
Dude, send me that link. I want to put that on the link. That literally brought me to tears.
What do you mean? I don't have to send you a link. You have that link. It's in that Substack.
That's right.
That's almost like if you wanted to share that link with people, you could go into that Substack there and find all those links. It should be keep going. Should be at the bottom. Just a scratch. That's it. Yep.
No, that's not the one I want. No, it's the dad one.
Oh, go up. It's keep spelling bee. Spelling bee. There you go.
That
perfect.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeesh.
Yep. Yeesh. But thanks for coming out, everybody.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
We've been having a lot of fun. Let's see. Do I have set up OPS? If I did, I would have
Done that.
run outro. But Indie left dot news.
Yeah.
That's my daughter likes to sing.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be here next Saturday. That's the plan. That's 19th, so no Christmas stuff around that.
Nice.
Same booty time, same boot. No, that's terrible. Same bird time, same bird channel. There we go. Follow the bird.
Mm.
They like
Definitely
it.
do. I like it.
Nice.
But yeah,
So that's indienews.network, indieleft.news, leftist.today, independentleft.gg. Join them all. Find all the links at independentleft.media. You see that stuff in chat. Again, good
Yep.
hanging out with everybody. We're pretty white,
Yep.
but good night, everybody. Call the bird.
Good night, everyone.
See you soon.
Keep listening to what